Welcome to our Vulva Galaxy painting. So for this one, we're going to start off with our baby brush, our nice small round brush, and we're going to dip it into our water and loosen up some light blue paint. So just creating a nice little watery puddle on the side there. Now remember when doing your vulvas that it doesn't matter what shapes, what sizes, they're all going to be unique as they are in real life as well. So we're just going to have fun with shapes and see what comes to it. So I'm going to start off with my middle section and I'm just going to do a nice opening there, going off to the side, give a little wobbles through there, and that's coming to a point. And then we have our little clitoral spot just above there. Beautiful. Now we're going to just bring out some extra lines. And these can be symmetrical or they can be uneven. All doesn't matter because they're all unique. Maybe I want to bring it a bit wider there. Beautiful. And I'm just going to bring a few out until I've roughly filled the space of my canvas there. And I'm going to add an extra little lip at the top there. Now, if you don't have much room at the top, that's okay. You can just not have one there, or you can just have a little one, or you can have a double one if you've got a lot of extra room up there. Just play it by ear, see how much room you've got left over to do that one. And then if you feel like you want to bring some extra space around here, just add an extra little curve on the sides there. And you can do the same on the other side as well. So just make sure you're bringing in that extra water to fill that space and to make it smoothly guide along your canvas. Excellent. So we've got our lovely vulva in there. Now we're going to wash off that blue and we want to get our galaxy started. So for our galaxy we're mixing the blue. I'm just going to put a little dab on there. The pink, a little dab of pink. And the black, I'm going to leave the black to the end because the black can compensate the other two colours and we don't want it to be too strong. So I'm just going to start off with moving my blue around, filling that space. Now I'm doing a galaxy, but you don't have to do a galaxy. You can just do any colour you like on this. These are your unique vulvas and whatever colours that you are feeling, you are welcome to do. You can make it a rainbow vulva, or you can make it a vulva that matches your room, or you can make it a realistic, doing pinks and purples or reds in your vulva. Whatever you feel would be a nice vulva colour for you. So I'm just getting rid of a bit of that excess paint there because I got a lot of paint on that area. And I'm just using my paper towel there just to brush that off. And then just to bring in a little bit of that darker area in there, I've just got a tiny bit of black on my brush and see how that can really overtake there. So you don't need a lot, just grab a little bit at a time. And I'm just going to smudge that through. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to leave my galaxy center to dry, and while I do that I'm going to start my background. So for my background, you can do any colour you like. You can make it one solid colour, or you can make it pastel tones, you can make it nice and vibrant, you can do the flag, anything you like. So I'm going to do some pastel tones through there. So I've got all my colours to the side here, and I'm going to start with a pink, but I'm going to bring in some white to make it more of a pastel tone. And I'm going to be using a bit of water, so I want to have a kind of a watercolour effect. So if I water that right down, it'll be a nice light colour through there. Maybe I want some of it to be a bit more solid, so you can have a play with different water amounts, how much paint you use. There's no right or wrong. We're just going to fill in our entire background with some beautiful colours. So I'm going to split mine into 4, I think. So I'm going to have pink in this corner, then I might make it more of a red over here. So I'm going to grab some of that pink and some yellow, mix that together. A bit more pink. So I've got more of a reddy tone. And then a bit of white as well, because I don't want it to be... I want to stick to that pastel theme I've got going. Bit of water in there. Beautiful. Maybe a bit more pink just to break up that colour a bit. And over here I'm going to do some yellowy tones. So I'm going to mix a bit of my white and my yellow to make that pastel-y colour again. Let's bring in some of that yellow. Maybe a bit strong, maybe I want to take a bit of my red in there. Now I've got that water to mix it around. I want a bit more yellow, that red was a bit overpowering. I'm going to drag that up a bit into my pink. And then my last colour I'm going to do a blue. So I've got a bit of my blue, bit of a white there, mix them together. And if you're doing this as a group, you might want to share the paint. So if someone's mixed a colour that you like, just ask if you're okay to just grab a little bit of it, and you can share which colours work best for you. And drag that into my yellow as well. So I don't have a lot of paint on my brush, I'm using a lot of water just to blend that out into the different areas. Excellent. Now let's get back to our galaxy. So we've got the dark sky area, so now we need to add our stars in there. Now to do that, I'm just going to wash off any excess colour I have on there. I'm going to grab a pile of white and create a little wet puddle of white there. And I'm looking to create like a PVA glue consistency, so a bit runny but still has a little bit of tack to it. It's not completely see-through. And then once you've got your white on there, I'm just going to flick that in the direction of my middle vulva area. Little tiny flicks. You can see some constellations have already formed. I'm just going to let them be. Just whatever forms, that's what it's supposed to be. Just allow it to create different shapes and different star patterns on your vulva. And then if I want to add some bigger stars, I can just go in to the solid white again, and I'm just going to put a dot, and then I'm going to drag that out in each direction. I got a bit solid at the top there, that's okay. Maybe one over here as well. Beautiful. Just wiping off that excess white, and I'm just going to blend in any of those extra little bits of stars that may not have got in that vulva area. There might be one on the background as well, so I'm just going to blend them out too. Excellent. Now is the fun part. We can start colouring in our vulva, and just like the background, we're just going to have fun with colours. There's no right or wrong. We're just going to pick a colour that we like and just get to it. So I'm going to go with a nice pinky colour for my first one. Might add some little bits of white in there, maybe some solid pink. So it's quite nice if you've got one colour that you're working with. Try to add different variations of that colour and just have a play with that to see what works best for you, what you think looks good. Adding extra tones of that same colour, adding different values will just make it all the better. So I've got that solid pink, I might grab some of that darker pink just to mix that in there, break it up a bit. For my clit there, I might make it a little light pink. And you might notice I've gone over my blue lines. It doesn't matter if the blue lines are in there or not, but I like them just showing it through every now and then, but I'm mostly covering them up. There we go, so I've got my clit and my first vulva lines there. And then I'm going to go with a blue. So I've gone more traditional colours originally, but let's break it up. So I'm going for a light blue now. So at this stage, you should be well on your way to mixing your own colours. You're welcome to follow along with this one. Or you can make it whatever you like. So, might do some orange next. Over here where we've got our orange made already, let's make another orange. Bit of white, make it more pastel-y. And you can break up that colour as well, so I can add a little bit of pink in there. If you find it's looking too similar to your background, that's fine, just add an extra colour in there just to break it up. So let's go with that orange again on this side. think I want this one to go down a bit further. You can always adjust it as you go. You don't have to stick to the original pattern that you've created. That's the great thing about acrylics. You can just go over the top. Maybe go with another pink. Great, and I've got a bit of pink over here, so I might just add a little bit of pink in here just to even it out. Lovely. And then I'm going to do some yellow too. A bit strong, so I'm just going to pastel that one down with a bit of white. Bit more white. And then I'm going to bring some yellow through my lips there as well. So I'm going to just drag it through. Now, adding the white will be really important when adding yellow on top because it makes the paint a little bit thicker. So you can just have a play with adding a few streaks here and there. Doesn't have to be the whole line, you can just add a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same with white, just bring some extra little white highlights through there too. And there we have it, our beautiful Galaxy Vulva. I'm just going to sign that one. Well done. I hope you enjoy your Galaxy Vulva.